with the number of agencies that are out there, people say that they can do it. From my experience, you guys are the real deal of it. And I feel like too, I'm not just like, I'm learning what to do in this. It's not just like hand it over and you guys are like, what's behind the wall of what's happening? Like there's other parts that are actually becoming more that's knowledgeable and helpful to grow the company.
Nicole, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So cool. Nicole, I'm just going to kind of ask you a few questions, mostly what it's been like working with us. Before I do that, do you just kind of want to briefly introduce yourself and what your role is with Plan Toys?
Yeah. So Nicole Hamilton, I am the National Sales and Marketing Director for Plan Toys North America and South America. But most of that business is focused on North America and the US. And Plan Toys is a wooden toy company headquartered in Thailand, made in Thailand, kind of sustainable wood toy company with lots of SKUs and lots of stuff.
Lots of SKUs indeed. So quickly, do you just kind of want to go into where your business was at least D2C wise before us? Like where was Plan Toys out, like holistically as a company, and then you needed help tackling D2C, and now bam, we're here.
Yeah. I mean, Plan Toys has always been really more of a B2B in that wholesale business. But, since 2020 and kind of before that started really trying to capture more D2C, especially as people started to buy more online, especially as Amazon and these other places kind of changed their protocol for how they dealt with vendors. And our business, it continues to grow. And it's done a lot better. It was always kind of controlled by our team in Thailand that was just sort of like throwing darts at the wall, adding some stuff here. There really wasn't much strategy to it. I started with the company only about a year and a half ago. And even my D2C experience was less. I was really more B2B. But knew I needed like just not the hype and the talk and, the ad generated sort of revenue model and needed something more. And it's really, taken off in what it needs to do. It's a lot of SKUs and low AOVs to try to get that up. So it's been a lot of strategy of how do we get those AOVs up? How do we get that ROAS up to where we need it to by targeting and what it is? And it's a lot of learnings, which I think we dealt with a lot sort of the first few months of like, okay, how does this work? What's going to work? And just trying to figure that out. I don't know exactly on numbers and details of where we're at, but we're definitely up year over year. I don't know. You might have the numbers in front of you. I don't have the numbers.
I don't, Nicole. That was your job.
I know. What? I mean, overall, we're up. Like, honestly, before we were lucky if we got above, one, honestly, ROAS when they were doing anything. And there'd be times of it just because with toys, the business is so cyclical and Christmas is really when it starts. And then you've got spring. But it's definitely increased a lot, and I'm super happy with the work that your team has done and just the different level of thinking. Like the outside the box thinking is what I really love. Of like, and it isn't just like working with Shannon is great. And then, it was like, I think he was sort of like getting a little stumped, and it's like bringing other people in. Like you could tell your team talks and really sort of figures it out. And it isn't just like solve the problem or add some more revenue here. It's really trying to like figure out the DNA of how it works for each of your clients, which feels different.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's about. I mean, it's important to have like one person that's managing the account. We're firm believers that we want to have like one person do one thing 100% well, but it's nice to have outside eyes, right? Just like people are going to get stuck no matter what business they work with, no matter what stage they are in their career. And I think what's cool about us is like we have eyes into all these different accounts, and so if something's working here, we can plug and play that into another business. And I think that's exactly what happened with you and Plan Toys. And you're right. We're talking every day. We have daily meetings. We talk about the accounts because we have to. It's super important. And so that's awesome. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love too that it's like you'll be stern with what you need as well. Like it'll be like, we need a better discount of that. And like sometimes I can give in, sometimes I can't, but it's like you understand marketing on a different level than like just sales, but it's like what those customers are needing on a level going through just meta and all of that stuff. So that's been super helpful. And, you know, I'm always up to try new things, and you guys are always up to like think of something different, which is great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, again, we have to. And it's not like welcome to Carbon Box Media, you're a discount brand now. It's it's like let's find an offer that works, that's evergreen, where we know it's going to work regardless of the time of year. But now that we have this evergreen offer, how can we tie that into Mother's Day, Father's Day, Earth Day, since you guys are you know, definitely a huge part of being made from the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So yeah, I mean, it's part of the process. And I think that's why we work together so well, is because, you know, we can take your feedback well and you can take our feedback well, right? Because I know we both mutually want the growth of Plan Toys. Like that's why we're here.
Right.
So whenever we do pass these ideas, it's always with that lens of how can we grow Plan Toys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it feels that way too. It's not just coming in and doing a couple things. It's like literally thinking of creatives beyond just like a carousel, you know?
Sure. So let's talk about the guys super quick. What's your overall experience been? How you like working with the guys? I know you touched on that a little bit, but
Yeah, no,
I'd
they're
love to hear a little
great.
bit more.
They're on it. They're always thinking. I'm like super excited for some of the things that we've got planned going out of the holiday season, just to see what that does. And it's like, it's even making me think outside of my little like toy world, beyond like those consumers, right? It isn't just a parent, it isn't just a gift giver, but like where are these other sort of consumers and who they might be for what is essentially a toy company. They're just, you know, the Slack channel is great, super communicative, super easy to get around and talk to people. And even like literally got off the call with them. We have our weekly calls, and got off the call last week and was like, okay, we need this. It's, you know, it's almost Christmas time. Let's just push it out. Like, let's get this sold out in the time that we do. And like, you guys had someone that could do the creative real quick and like put it together and just push it out. And, you know, it's kind of like, we need it done yesterday, and it felt like we were able to do it and what we needed to do yesterday, which is great.
Sweet. Okay. Nicole, last question, I promise.
Yeah.
Those watching at home, you're on my website, you're on your phone, whatever. What would you say to someone who's considering using our services, but they're unsure about it, or at least booking a call?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say don't even think about it. With the number of agencies that are out there, people say that they can do it. From my experience, you guys are the real deal of it. And I feel like too, I'm not just like, I'm learning what to do in this. It's not just like hand it over and you guys are like, what's behind the wall of what's happening? Like there's other parts that are actually becoming more that's knowledgeable and helpful to grow the company. And you know, I'd say I landed on you guys earlier and found you earlier through a reference, which was super helpful. And that's always sort of the best ways. And with these, I think they're just references of success stories, and you're not just pushing them out there, but, you know, actually getting real insight from people that it works and probably have more experience in the world than I do. But I feel like I'm like made a right choice, and that always feels good in business as you move forward.